Good day, grade 10s. I am your business studies tutor and I go by the name of Ms. Nokuthula Zulu. Today's lesson we will be looking at our forms of ownership, specifically the sole trader and the partnership. Did you know that an entrepreneur cannot just start operating a business enterprise? There are various factors that one needs to consider to be able to determine the best form of ownership. So in order for you to start a business as an entrepreneur, there are various factors that you need to consider before you can start operating. But I won't waste much of your time. We will get into that later in the lesson. Let us look at the lesson objectives. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to define the meaning of different forms of ownership, explain the characteristics or advantages or disadvantages of each form of ownership, distinguish between different forms of ownership. Let us look at our concept map. Our concept map has to do with the lesson's overview. What is it that we are going to unpack throughout our lesson? We'll first look at the factors to consider when choosing a form of ownership, followed by different forms of ownership, followed by the characteristics or advantages or disadvantages. And lastly, we will look at the differences between a sole trader as well as a partnership. Now, let us look at our pre-knowledge. Our pre-knowledge has to do with the knowledge that you are having currently before we even begin our lesson. You must know the different forms of ownership. Let us look at our pre-knowledge practice. The question says, outline the forms of ownership that we have. We have a sole trader, we have a partnership, we have a private company, we have personal liability company, we have public company, we have state-owned company, we have non-profit company, as well as cooperatives. Now, let us look at the new words and language that are going to crop up during our lesson. We have a term, form of ownership, which means the legal position of the business and the way it is owned. We have proprietor, the owner of a business. We have capital, wealth in the form of money or other assets owned by a person or organization available for a purpose such as starting a company or investing. Another terms, we have liability, the state of being legally responsible for something. We have continuity as a term. It means the existence or operation of a business over time. Partnership agreement, a contract between two or more individuals who would like to manage and operate a business together in order to make a profit. Let us go for a quick ad break and we will be back to start with our first concept of the lesson.